Every year, more than 13 million people worldwide suffer stroke. What's frightening is that around 1 in 4 of these strokes occur during sleep or in the early hours of the morning. And most people never suspect that the way they position their head or neck through the night could play a role. But think about it. You spend a third of your life sleeping. That's about 8 hours every night. 8 hours where your blood flow, breathing, and posture depend entirely on how your body rests. If your posture compresses those vital arteries or veins, even slightly, your brain might not be getting enough oxygen. Over time, this small restriction can trigger major consequences. When you fall asleep, your heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and blood flow redistributes throughout your body. Your brain enters a repair mode. It clears waste, builds new neural connections, and recovers from the day's stress. But for all of that to happen smoothly, blood and oxygen must flow freely through 2 key pathways: the carotid arteries in the front of your neck and the vertebral arteries at the back. If you twist, compress, or block those arteries for hours, say, because your head is turned too far to one side or pressed down into a pillow, the result can be reduced blood supply to critical areas of your brain. And the longer this continues, the more stress your vessels endure. Many nighttime or early morning strokes are caused by a combination of factors: dehydration, high blood pressure, poor circulation, and poor sleep posture. Now here's the key. When you sleep in certain positions, especially with your neck twisted or your body compressed, blood can pool in certain areas or flow unevenly. It's like squeezing a water hose. The flow slows down, the pressure builds, and the pipe walls get weaker over time. Your blood vessels aren't meant to stay twisted or compressed for hours. And yet, that's what happens in one of the most common sleeping positions, the most common sleeping positions most people use every single night. The most dangerous position for your brain is sleeping on your stomach. Now, I know some people say it feels comfortable, but comfort doesn't always mean healthy. When you sleep face down, your head has to turn sharply to one side so you can breathe. This twist compresses the arteries in your neck, especially the carotid and vertebral arteries, the very vessels responsible for carrying oxygen-rich blood to your brain. If that flow is reduced even slightly, your brain may receive less oxygen for hours while you sleep. Over time, this can lead to dizziness upon waking, headaches, numbness, or in some cases, a stroke triggered by vascular strain. When you lie on your stomach, your entire body weight also presses against your chest and lungs. This restricts your breathing and lowers oxygen intake. Your heart has to work harder to circulate blood, and your brain receives slightly less oxygen than it should. Combine that with a neck twist, and you've got both oxygen and blood flow issues at the same time. For older adults, or anyone with hypertension, high cholesterol, or diabetes, this becomes a dangerous combination. That's why stomach sleeping is strongly discouraged by many neurologists and sleep specialists, especially for seniors, people with high blood pressure, and anyone who snores. Let's look at the alternatives. Back sleeping, lying flat on your back, keeps your spine aligned and reduces neck strain. However, if you snore or have sleep apnea, this can block your airway and reduce oxygen levels, which ironically increases your stroke risk too. Side sleeping, especially on your left side, is often considered the healthiest. It promotes better circulation, helps your brain clear toxins through a system called the glymphatic system, and reduces acid reflux. The right side is okay for most people, but might worsen acid reflux in those with heartburn issues. You might wonder, is there proof? Yes. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases showed that certain sleep positions can reduce blood flow to the brain, particularly in older adults with narrowed arteries. Another paper from Frontiers in Neuroscience found that side sleeping improves waste removal from the brain, the same process that prevents buildup of harmful proteins linked to Alzheimer's and other conditions. So yes, science now confirms what neurologists have observed for decades. The position you sleep in can directly influence your brain's health. Let me share a quick story. A patient of mine, a 60-year-old man named Peter, had perfect blood pressure and exercised regularly. But every morning, he woke up with dizziness and neck stiffness. He also complained of mild headaches. We did several tests. Everything looked normal. Then I asked him about his sleep habits. He said he'd slept on his stomach since childhood. I told him to switch to sleeping on his left side for just 2 weeks. He did. The dizziness disappeared. The headache stopped. That's how powerful something as simple as posture can be. So, what's the best sleeping position to protect your brain? And how can you train your body to change a lifelong habit without losing sleep or comfort? Now that you know what not to do, let's talk about how to sleep safely, in a way that helps your brain stay sharp, your heart stay strong, and your circulation stay smooth through the night. The best position for your brain and body, hands down, is sleeping on your left side. Why the left? Because it keeps your heart above your stomach, allowing gravity to assist with blood and lymphatic flow. It also helps your brain's drainage system, called the glymphatic system, flush out toxins more efficiently while you sleep. Think of it as giving your brain a nighttime bath, clearing out the waste that builds up during the day. That's something no pill can do for you. Now, if you've been sleeping on your stomach for years, switching overnight can feel impossible. So, here's what I recommend to make the transition easier. First, use a medium firm pillow that supports your neck without pushing it too high. Your neck should be aligned with your spine, not bent forward or twisted. Second, place a small pillow or rolled towel between your knees. This keeps your hips straight and prevents your body from rolling back onto your stomach in the middle of the night. And third, if you still find yourself rolling over, put a soft pillow behind your back. That gentle support often trains your body to stay in place subconsciously. Your body can be retrained through consistency. Studies show that after 2 to 3 weeks of consciously maintaining a new sleeping posture, your muscles begin to remember the new alignment. So, if you're serious about protecting your brain, give it time. Don't quit after one uncomfortable night. You're not just improving your sleep, you're reducing your risk of a stroke, cognitive decline, and even chronic fatigue. Here's another fact most people ignore. Dehydration at night can thicken your blood and make it harder for oxygen to reach your brain. That's one reason why many strokes happen between 3 and 7 a.m. So, here's what you can do. Drink a small glass of water about 30 minutes before bed. Not too much, just enough to stay hydrated. Avoid heavy alcohol or caffeine before sleeping. They dehydrate your system. Keep your bedroom temperature slightly cool. Cooler environments help maintain blood circulation. I tell my patients that what you do 30 minutes before bed determines how your brain recovers overnight. Avoid scrolling on your phone right before sleep. That blue light disrupts melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to rest. Instead, dim the lights, stretch gently, and breathe deeply for 2 minutes. When you relax your neck muscles and lower your heart rate before sleep, you improve blood flow automatically. Another secret? Sleep with your head slightly elevated. Just a few centimeters can reduce pressure in the neck arteries and make blood flow smoother. If you snore or have mild sleep apnea, a small wedge pillow can make a world of difference. If you're over 50, have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes, your blood vessels are already more sensitive. Add poor posture and low oxygen, and your brain could be starved for hours each night. That's why older adults need to be especially cautious. But here's the good news. It's never too late to make a change. I've had 70-year-old patients who changed their sleep posture and reported better memory, sharper focus, and reduced dizziness within a few weeks. Your brain is incredibly resilient. All it needs is the right environment to heal. If this video helped you, share with your parents, your grandparents, or anyone who wakes up tired or dizzy. It could literally save their life. And if you want to learn more about brain-protecting habits, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and watch my next video.